Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome. I just wanted to minimize that. There might be something to do later. Anyway. Still haven't finished with the new intro just yet. I've barely touched Premiere since doing the original intro, so I do have quite a lot of relearning the game. So yeah. Must have very sniffly this morning, just because the weather's changing. So the theme for today is to kind of work on specifically our feudal into castle age ups, but we will also pay attention to the Dark Age ups, and just kind of Dark Age into feudal, to kind of see what we can improve, what we can be doing better, and sort of what would be ideal moving forwards. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to go through some of the replays of my previous multiplayer matches, and we're going to see what both the AI and what do my human opponents and allies do to sort of build themselves up early on. And we'll see if we can work on, take some tips and see, work on some improvements. So, let's begin. With this one from last night. I'm going to get rid of Fog of War. yeah, I have the freedom to move now. So having a look, we're not going to really look at these guys because I kind of ended up, the AI kind of was doing a bit of a weird thing with them. So we'll focus on these. Let's have a look at Philip the Bold. Like I say, still have fog? No, not fog. What the fuck kind of difference that makes, but just see what they do differently. How do they level up in the early game? They're doing much of the same as me. Immediately goes in with the lumber camp. This will be actually kind of an interesting little thing to do. To kind of just check for progress. Because no, actually. Pretty much. Just keep switching villagers from different resources. Like that villager there was previously building the lumber camp. Seems as if they set the new villagers to do the building and then reassign them to something else. I suppose that way you've still got the ones that are there gathering resources. You're going to be taking one of them off anyway, so you might as well. So he goes on to that, and then the new villager goes on to build the mill. And this is all quite quickly into the match. So we're just going to speed things up a little bit. They kind of go on to that. I mean, they are wasting that goat. No, the goose. They are wasting that goose, but luring both. They've got not got a massive amount of resources, but they're building when they need to. They're keeping a steady supply of woodcutters, not mining any of the resource at all. Interesting. Just keep churning them out. I mean, he also has a load of pigs that he's not taken, so that's not necessarily the best thought process, but he keeps building more villagers. And then at 22, they initiate feudal age with about 22 villagers. Most of them are on food. There's none on gold. Okay, now they switch to gold once they've done the upgrade. There's the other. So actually it would be somewhat interesting to have a look at what yellow is doing, because yellow aged up a lot faster. Set up the resources, they've got the barracks. 5 on that, 6 on that, and then they switch villagers around. And then at the moment, the only one that's still in the Dark Age is actually me. So, we can already see that we're lagging behind into the first stage. And then I do it, so the thing we can make note of there. Wish I could rewind. It just takes me back to the beginning. Why is it playing slowly? But they sort of go straight in with the resources. They're quite limited in terms of their gold, so they're not putting a lot of emphasis on that. They're mostly putting emphasis on wood and food. Although they're doing less emphasis on food, but a lot of it on wood. They've done the feudal age upgrade effectively. They've done the faster movement speed, so maybe that could be something to do, is immediately research that one. Make sure you got enough. But they seem to love going all in with wood early on. Stone is something they're not bothering with. That would annoy me, that house placement there. That would very much annoy me. So what we can kind of gather from this, I mean this is what the AI is doing on hard mode, so it probably would be a good idea to sort of look at a match in which we were at a higher difficulty next time, to sort of compare. But by the seams of it, and focuses on the raiding party. Sort of raid Dodgy's tower here. Then he gets into the action. It's also worth bearing in mind is that yellow is having a little bit of a tiff right now because of he can't chop that tree down. That's kind of why they're just sort of running around. I wonder if it is a conscious decision to go with the pigs at this stage. He's very much building up a lot of buildings. You've got the jewel of them. Population has been kept intact, but they haven't really built any more woodcutters. They've kind of just reassigned them. So that's making me think the emphasis should be on gathering up the resources when you need them and then switching them over rather than sort of trying to get other villages up. We're going to speed things up a little bit to see how they progress into castle. They keep building more units, constantly adding villagers, and the population's going up and up and up. The food economy is now taking priority. They've got the wood to sustain the new units. Obviously the problem here is I can't see what upgrades they've got. I'll get rid of that actually, that shows a bit more. Now Dodgy's reached castle. Again, they're building up some more villages to do that. They actually do take quite a while to get into the castle age by the looks of it, because they focused a lot on building up an early military force, which obviously not everyone is going to do. And then there we go, they instantly go in. You look at the villager population is extremely high at this point. Now, it's also worth mentioning is that this is a 500 pop game. I make quite a quick transition to the Castle Age. Yellow doesn't make any transition to the Castle Age, but that's kind of irrelevant. And they're actually in a pretty good economic state at this point. So, yeah. So that was them. We're going to restart from the beginning. But this time, get rid of Fog of War again. Oh, it helps if I do it on this screen, not the playback. And we have a look at the Chinese player. Because they actually got into the feudal age very quickly. So what did they do differently that helped them age up more rapidly? Let's speed things back up again. Once again, it's the new villages that build the new things. They lure in the boars when they get close to the end, and then focus on that. They're actually wasting a lot of resources, which is kind of... And that goose there has been allowed to sort of melt away. Go with another boar. Exhausted all of that. They've got the mill ready. They've exhausted most of their huntables. Again, not focusing at all. About 22 villagers. 15 on food, and then interchanging gold, and then as soon as the upgrade is available, then they start mining gold. Putting full emphasis on wood. He kind of wants to build one there, but he can't get in. All the while he's gathering other things. He's building up the barracks at this time. I think having access to the extra food is what allowed them to age up faster than Philip the Bold, because Philip the Bold has ignored all of these piggies down here. So that was kind of interesting to sort of watch how they actually go for a higher villager population. They've gone into feudal now, so they would have added a few more, but they were settling around 22, 23 villagers on food, and exhausting all of the local, like the pigs and all the two boars, then moving on to the berry bushes, and then if there is still struggling for food resources, it's kind of around the 15 villager mark, which I used to go for. I was going for having 15 villagers on food. So that was kind of interesting to observe. Go back to the start again. Pause. Get rid of the fog of war. Now let's look at our friend Dodgy. Let's see what he does, because he'll be the human opponent in comparison to the other two, which are AIs. We're not looking at ourselves because we know what we did. And he goes all in. He's actually going all in with food, not even bothering with wood at this stage. Keeping the huntables together, keeping the herdables together. Now obviously we do a strategy of walling off at the passes, so sort of like there, and I did up here. But yeah, the emphasis seems mostly on getting the food up, not building anything else. A little bit less variety to what Dodgy is doing, and now he moves on to wood. Sort of a little bit later in. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get full aggressive and try and capture this so that he would have the lake, but I suppose he has one here. But yeah, all of his new villages have gone on wood. So we'll just speed things up a little bit. He's sending them in one at a time so that he can monitor when they're using them. It's a good amount of food coming in. Deals with the pig, lures them in, then sends them into that. So he's actually spreading his villages across the various different resources much more, and building another mill to capitalise on the hunt. Having multiple villagers building to get the buildings up a lot faster. Building houses whenever he needs to. He's got a population of about 24 villagers, which is a good, healthy number. And yeah, then goes into feudal age. Then he's got around 14 villagers. He does have less woodcutters than Red has. Or does he? I don't think he does actually. I think Red has the same amount. But obviously he's moving on to gold production now, and also stone by the looks of it as well. But he's got a population of about 25 total, 24 of which are villagers. "14 food gatherers, 7 woodcutters." And pretty much is exhausting every scrap of food that he can get to build up quite high numbers. Also dealing with a few wild animals while he's at it. Possibly doesn't have loom. But oh no, he must do. Oh yeah, he's got the one villager doing the mining. And then when he does the upgrade, he's kind of sitting around with a lot of villagers not doing a lot. Not quite sure what he's doing with those. Oh, he's going... puts them all onto wood production so that he can then just churn out farmers. So that may be a good idea, sort of exhaust all the food that you can, still leave some gathering food. So perhaps like leave 5 on the food to kind of gather, so that you can keep building villages and also doing the upgrades. And all the while he's expanding his other resources. He's got enough gold to do an age up, and is just focusing on other resources like the stone, mainly the wood and the food, and then immediately, very quickly, does a transition into feudal, into castle. All the while he's got a population of 45 villagers, most of which are on food and wood, and then transitions some of them over into gold at a later date. Then he's able to deal with yellow a bit more effectively. He is having a bit of a food deficit, but Going into Imperial is entirely based on sort of what happens next. If you get attacked, you've got to sort of focus on fending it off and building up troops. So that's not really something we're gonna think about. Always gives me the defeat screen when I do that. So that was kind of interesting to look at. We did do a Oh. So load this one. It's another Black Forest map. What does he do differently this time? We'll go back on our friend Dodgy. See what he does differently. No, he does the exact same thing. Play at double speed. Collects it all together and focuses on the individuals, going all in on food. Until he builds up to 6 and then can go on to wood production. I mean, I suppose he's actually sending him to sort of go wall off this gap here. But sort of that's what he does. Goes quite quickly into wood. Maximizes it for the thing and then goes on to the wall. So that's kind of telling of the priorities that he's got on. And then as the resources come in is when he moves on to other things. He's got 4, 12. Keeps going with food. Takes advantage of the other huntables. And once again building up to about a 20 pop. He has actually gone in with gold quite early there, but still 20 pop before going into feudal. And this is actually one I didn't think I was doing too badly on the age ups. I do have the lowest score of everyone. Actually, red gets into the feudal age first, then it's Dodgy, then I'm assuming yellow. Yeah. And then there's a pretty long gap until I get up there. Yeah. And then it's the same sort of thing. He moves away from the gold to focus on stone production for the walls and building up woodcutters to keep spamming out things for a population of around 45. In fact, he actually gets quite aggressive with that because he builds the standing wall further forwards and goes into Castle Age with around 40 villages. So I kind of want to see what yeah, the AI tends to go for more spread the resources early on, go through that wood. I suppose the AI also doesn't bother with walling up. So I suppose that kind of speaks for itself. Oop. But yeah, the emphasis is on sort of when new villagers come out, they focus on building. He's actually going for the mill there quite quickly. again. A lot more food gatherers than anything else. Goes for the 2 huntables. Not being anywhere near as wasteful. Oh, it's also worth pointing out is that the yellow, red is also being portrayed by the Britons, and they have a bonus of herdables due. So he's actually around 21 villagers. Like I say, transitions to... Actually, no, he had the opportunity to upgrade and then held back till he got to about 23. Then goes all in with woodcutters. Don't think that's me. No, it's not me attacking. Then does the age up and then immediately can build an archery range. Transitions into the farming, has a little bit of a hit to its food production there, which is probably what delays it in the next phase. And then finally we join the party. Not that it affected us too badly. I did that glitch twice actually in yesterday's videos. This is kind of what screws Red over, is he's got a good strong wood production here, and then I just plonk a tower pretty much exactly where he would want to be. That kind of forces him into the attack. We do a little bit of cheeky yeah, by sending the scout around it draws some of them away. And I think in general he retreats because he's not 100% certain it's a worthy endeavour. But the fact that he keeps retreating and coming back... Oh! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. That sound... never doesn't scare me. So that's kind of the point of it, so that I notice it. We're just going through a few of my previous games that we had recorded on Age of Empires so that we can have a look at what were our opponents doing, and yeah, no problem, it's meant to do that, because I don't notice it happens otherwise, so it's probably a good idea that it scares the shit out of me every single fucking time. But yeah, we're just going through some of my previous games that I played yesterday, just to kind of get a feel for how both the AI and the human players are doing in comparison to myself. To sort of do a little bit of self-improvement. I'm kind of getting a little bit distracted by the fact that I'm actually doing pretty decent at this stage. Yellow then transitions up. Castle Age has been paid for, but they kind of were delayed by the fact that we got attacked. He keeps going back and forth because he knows that he wants to attack it, but doesn't want to sacrifice them. So he's kind of in a bit of a loop there. The results, I would say, is that I'm not building up enough food gatherers. I'm kind of going for about a 20 pop, and then just kind of sitting around when I need to be going for sort of a more 25 pop, mostly food gatherers. And that's kind of what's delaying me, because that's what most of the AI is doing, and of course the humans are doing it as well, of putting emphasis on food gathering, and also not really bothering with gold until you get to castle. You mine it a little bit so that you have the 200 necessarily for the Castle Age upgrade, but then you ignore it until you get into Castle, because that's when things cost gold and that's when it's actually useful to have it. So tell you what the results, I do kind of know where I'm going wrong and sort of what I can do to improve. There's one more match I want to kind of have a look at. Was this AI's or when was the human one? This, I believe, is the human one. Yeah, because it looks like AI names. I suppose so, yeah, if you were going for sort of more... If you are going for archers or like militia line units to begin with. Yeah, I seem to go over a little bit overboard with that. I seem to think I need about 5 of them. And it doesn't really work out so well for me. Well, it's not that necessarily that's kind of fucking me up. It's just kind of... So we'll just have a look at this one, because this one was a multiplayer match with... Get rid of Fog of War. And... Mist, who was my ally. What did... Seems to be doing a lot of what... I mean, he's using the turkeys to kind of scout around. There's also a very different map type to what we were looking at. We were looking at Black Forest last time, and this is Arabia, which is more open. I don't feel like I played very well at all, actually, in this game. Especially not early on. Ugh, I really had an awful spawning in terms of wallable locations on this one. Because I feel like, especially in the team games, I honestly do feel like I'm holding everybody else back because I'm the one that's taking forever to sort of age up, and then is not getting involved in the action until too late, so we're effectively down a player until that point. It'd also be a good idea to pay attention to what Teal is doing, because Teal got built up very quickly and began fucking me up. Does he successfully? Oh no, he doesn't. Oh, he does. Oh, he gets them back. Yeah, Dodgy and Mist seem to go for a very similar, which is not surprising considering we play quite a lot of games together. But yes, emphasis is almost entirely on food with limited wood production. Two. In fact, actually, he hovers around before doing it, but I think it's just because he's possibly not realised he is doing that. If you look at my score in comparison to everybody else. Actually, I suppose I'm not doing too badly in that respect, but I've only just paid for it, I think, at this point. I don't even think I've actually... There we go. He walls up pretty well indeed. That should also be a strategy I need to consider on open maps, is using houses as an actual blocker. Kind of what they're doing, of using the actual buildings as blockers, because they've got quite a high food production going on. They are going very heavy on gold. This kind of fucked me up, though, this moment here. Because I couldn't do anything about that. Yeah. This didn't kind of go very well for me. I don't think it affected my transition into... Oh, no, it did. It really affected. Until Dodgy came along and gave me an and, I was really struggling with that. Like I say, their emphasis is on all-out food. Pretty much all into castle. No, actually, it's only Mist that's actually in castle. None of the rest of us are. Blue's a little bit more stilted, but they are stronger and very much turtling up very nicely. As is green. I think we got sucked into the trap of teal has the most points by quite a lot. Like there's a 200 gap. So that's why we targeted them. And kind of left the likes of blue and green alone, and that really affected us. Like I say, green's not had to do anything yet. Does have scouts so that they can help out. I think that's where it goes. Teal does now have knights, but not really enough to counter that. He was kind of unlucky there, he just didn't quite finish his war. And I'm still stuck in the middle of the feudal age. Just about to look at my own stats. Yeah. I've only just actually built a stable, so I couldn't have upgraded any sooner anyway. Yeah, that was possibly not a good idea from Mist to kind of abandon them. Because it doesn't do a lot. It's not really working, the killing of the villagers, because he's still got them gathering at another town centre. Blue's able to support. Blue has pretty much been able to expand unaided. What I should have done is should have possibly walled most of this area off and kind of been a bit more active. But then again, I'm still in feudal at this point, so that maybe was what was holding me back. This is actually really interesting, going through an actual multiplayer game. I don't really play that much of the against human opponents. I don't really have the confidence. This ring around the castle is almost like an OCD response. He's not built it right up against it, which is, I suppose, mine looks really wrong. Like what we're doing. It's like a completely irrelevant sort of detail, but it was kind of fun to think about. Dodgy's having to take down his walls. That's also another thing, is I went all out with stone walls, which were not really that helpful to me, but just cost a lot to set up. Yeah. We're focusing too hard on attacking teal. It's allowing basically blue and green to just build, basically. Green doesn't really have to do a lot. They've got their knights and cavalry archers that are sort of doing the damage. We'll speed things up like that. What went wrong is, we'll see if he builds any for sort of reference. Oh yeah, we're showcasing that green's going on me. Because that's kind of what green has done. I didn't really want to pause it, just wanted to slow it down a little bit. That's kind of what green has done, and of course blue had stone wooden walls first, and then started transitioning, because his original wall went around here, using the houses, using the barracks, and then using the wooden walls and taking advantage, then transitioning over into using stone walls at a later date. These dudes were what fucked us up. These fucking ballista elephants. Yeah, we're just... Blue does a lot of doing that. Elephant units in general need a delicate care to sort of deal with. This was almost a moment of satisfaction when we thought we'd taken that one down. Let's see if we can speed up to a moment when it was it's the way they sink into the ground in faster speeds. But let's say we're concentrating far too much on teal, and we've knocked teal back a lot, but we're not checking on either of blue or green. I mean, you look at their trade cost. He's getting about 9. Yeah, he's getting about 70. He's getting 112 from that one. It's a great gold exchange, that is. Now we all kind of advance. And blue's kind of got these knights down here to sort of... They've got the units around to kind of protect them a bit more. And then we try again. Blue's got a massive army that's been left unchecked. As does green. When my economy was shitting on itself. Like I say, when you're getting a gold exchange rate of 112, you possibly could have got more if you felt confident enough to expand out here. Ah yeah, and here we go. Bump. And we'll slow down because this is also when... Yeah. This is kind of when we got knocked down from being a 3-person team to kind of 2, because Mist was kind of never able to recover from this. I don't think any of us had anything to sort of counter this. You've also got the ballista elephants being a fucking menace. Yeah, the in-game stats claim that they're vulnerable to cavalry and siege. So I suppose if you had like a squad of siege onagers, or perhaps even scorpions of your own to sort of take them down, but they effectively a cavalry with a siege attack, but they're not vulnerable to anti-cavalry units. Oh. Joining in just under an hour. Yeah. That'll be grand. That will be. Just pop me a message and then I'll yeah, just send me a message. Yeah, we're currently watching this one, the one we did the other day. That sort of didn't quite go so well. We're sort of just seeing... I think we did summarise it pretty well at the end of yesterday, that we focused far too much on teal and kind of let green and blue get too built up. It's pretty impressive looking at them, because they've not... I mean, look at blue. Blue doesn't exactly have the most... Actually, no, they've got a fuck ton more here, but they've not... You wouldn't have overtly said that, blue was as strong as they actually were. But yeah, I'll see if I pay attention to the Discord, and when you pop back on, send me a message. Because blue can just sit back now, like, blue doesn't even need to spend resources on doing anything else. In fact, he's sending stuff down to deal with teal, because we've got a bit of a breakthrough down here. Yeah, because I might not clock on straight away that you've sent me a message. I also feel like I was blanking at this moment. I will be honest and kind of say that this was a moment in which I was kind of panicking and not really knowing what to do. I was spamming out hussars, I was spamming out halbs, hoping that that would help, and it kind of... the combo was kind of helping against these guys, because the hussars could take down the janissaries and the cav archers. The halbs did quite well against the cav archers and the siege, but yeah. I've not really had that much luck with a lot of playing against human opponents. I don't think we've won yet while I've been with them. They've been on a winning streak when I'm not there, which is yeah. So this is kind of what a lot of this was about. Monks, I think the only issue with that was that none of us were really any like who are we all? We're I'm Burgundian. You were... It'd be easier, just click on a unit, that'll tell me. You were Byzantines and we were Bulgarians. Yeah, and that too. That too. Or was it ranked? I can't remember if it was ranked or not. I didn't pay attention to that part. I suppose because the ballista elephant wouldn't necessarily count as a siege unit, so it would be alright, yeah, so that would have potentially have put us up against an opponent that was maybe a few levels above. It's definitely me. I'll have a quick play around a bit more. You did stick around with dogged determination. I mean, I don't suppose it helped too much, but you did stick around. But yeah, I feel like if we had... We needed to do something, and I don't think we really had anything that was going against them. I think when Dodgy starts bringing in a few onagers, I think that kind of... Because just look at that, that's... They made mincemeat out of my... We'll just pause a second. Thank you. I will always say I'm definitely that kind of guy that's like, there's no harder critic than myself, but I always tend to take things very much on the shoulder. I don't know, I like to feel like I'm contributing a lot more, and this is definitely one of those moments in which I didn't feel like I was contributing. But yeah, sometimes you're up against a moment. We were talking about that earlier, Scout Rush. I mean, that completely because you just look at how I mean, you don't get a rewind function on this, but sort of looking at how blue yeah, I mean, bombard cannons would probably have helped against these if we had enough of them. I mean, I was a gunpowder sieve, so maybe that should have been what I should have done. Have a few bombards, try and sort of, I mean, it would require a lot of micro with the attack ground button to sort of mash them down and then send in the pikes or the don't even know if I have any for reference, but our unique unit, send them in to sort of chop them down at the end. Because yeah, blue started with the wooden wall and the houses, then built the stone walls and sort of expanded as they could. I don't even think they had that wall on earlier. Oof, I don't know what happened to his trade rate. It was a lot better earlier. Or is it because I'm looking at it from... Oh, I'm looking at it from my perspective. And it gives me 112 gold. So what gold were they actually having? Blue was trading with green. 61. That's still a decent trade. We kind of did. We had one going along here. What was my trade rate with Dodgy? Oh yeah, we didn't have a very good trade rate at all. Yeah. But that's the reason why I'm sort of watching through some of these ones, just to kind of see what we're doing. That's what the title of the video was. I was looking through some of the random maps I did with Dodgy afterwards and kind of seeing how we can sort of level up. It's a shame about that. What? No, 667 would have been a good now it's your turn to being hard on yourself. Don't do that. I think I've been doing enough of that throughout this little section. But yeah, it's can't remember what. Yeah, because look at my units, they're just getting eviscerated by that. Couldn't even take out the trebs. Well, yeah. They do quite quickly sort of fall into a wall of death. He's got more of them. Would I say you distracting the elephants helped? Possibly? Oh yeah, that was you. Jeez. I tell you, that scares me every single time. Thank you. I didn't actually realise you hadn't followed But yeah, this is when Blue Castle drops you, and I think at this point you're kind of fucked at this point. I think I was reacting a bit too late. I don't know why I kept going at teal, but sort of like... Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory from here, sort of. I mean, look at that for a food economy. But yeah, kind of carried on a lot like that. You can sort of tell by the timeline, sort of where things started to go a little bit wiry. I don't think there's any of the other replays that were worth looking into. Sort of, I'll have a look at this one. Fuck, the thing was back in about half an hour. Yeah, I'll see if I'll try and remember pay attention to the Discord, and then when you hop on, I'll join you. We're having a look at this one because this was the other multiplayer map we'd actually played the night before. Now, if I do remember correctly, this was also about four pints of cider in at this point. I don't think it was reflected too badly in my performance. Let's get rid of Fog of War again. Yellow was kind of the dark horse of this match. We didn't really pay too much attention to them. Now this is looking at two human opponents that oh, it's still showing the two guys from the previous match in. I don't know why it's doing that. We'll get rid of that. Sort of looking differently on how we were playing in this one. I think with this one we were just unfortunate that we were a civ that didn't have... We were playing as the Teutons in this one, and what I kind of needed was I needed light cavalry or hussars, and that's precisely what we don't get access to. Yellow was very aggressive with the scout then. Yellow's gone very much into gold very early on. That's kind of curious. That's a first time. Blue's not bothered with that. They've gone all out in terms of food. There's also a 250 pop game. They were also Huns, so they didn't have to build houses, so that's something I'm always doing, is getting pop capped and sort of not paying attention to the housing situation. Yeah, it's kind of curious that they're focusing on that. They kind of left it for me and Dodgy to do the walling, because actually, I don't think we aged up too badly there. Yellow, it was kind of holding back on the feudal age up. I suppose it's not really that surprising, considering the emphasis they were putting on gold. But they did put a lot of emphasis on wood, and it's meant they've been able to jump straight in with farms. That's helping get the food economy going pretty quickly as well. And I suppose so you save a lot of wood not having to build houses. Which I guess you save more wood the longer the match goes on. Ooh. Look like you went back for a slap then. This is kind of where it fell apart, I think, for us, is that we didn't pay attention to the fact that yellow had blasted their way through this wall. Because that's what they eventually did. Ah, it would have been a good idea if you'd finished that double. I think we were just focusing on capturing the middle ground. And there we go. Yellow may have been quite late into the feudal age, but they've been very quick into castle, which is what we've not been. We've got a heavy emphasis on stone mining, because we've done all that and done the towers. This ended up not being helpful at all, actually, having a tower down here. But yeah, we're just quietly all getting on with it. Finally I joined the party. Like I say, yellow's got kind of catching up with themselves a little bit, but they're not really putting a lot of emphasis on gold production at this stage. They're kind of... Now they sort of are, but... Well, that would be something to pay attention to. What was their gold exchange rate? Oh, I've closed that tab so I can't see it. 22? That seems very low. Yeah. I suppose he built his market in a very inopportune point. That was one thing. If they built market either here or even better still, round here, and then yellow had been a bit more coordinated and built it down there, they could have got a mad gold count. So what did me and Dodgy have? Dodgy's got one down here. 102. Oh, that really annoys me when we have a very strong... It really annoys me when we have a strong gold account. It's like, damn, that was a missed fucking opportunity there. Maybe they're misinformed, but like... Because this is quite late into the match. This is about 30 minutes in. There's not really been any action. We're all just quietly getting on with it. Yellow's got trade. Yellow and blue have got trade going on. We've not done that yet. I don't remember if I actually ever bothered with trade in the end of this one. I felt like I did quite a quick transition into Imperial, but I don't think that was all that helpful to me. We were up against a gunpowder sieve, and the best counter to most gunpowder units is... I don't know why I got worried about this. I was worried they were going to chop through here and attack me on that side, which probably would have been better because it was a wider opening. There would have been a great position for some trebs to sort of fire them over, but I don't think I ever went with that. The Teutons are a good race. Good race? Jesus. Forgetting I'm not playing Age of Wonders. The Teutons are a good civilization. Good civilization when you're up against cavalry civs and other infantry civs, but they do struggle very much against gunpowder civs, and Because that becomes the thing, is that I was able to build up his Mongrels. He's not really that strong necessarily, he's just got an economy going. I literally don't have anything. Like, my food is absolutely nowhere. I'm concentrating very heavily on he's just absolutely shaking down that wall. He's just holding back, he's being very clever about this, and then sends in the trebs. And then that's it, because I don't really have anything that can be useful. It would have been super helpful if Dodgy hadn't sent the conquistadors up there. If he attacked them, possibly could have because that's kind of what fucks us really, because then we no longer have anything to defend this gap. I have a town centre here that's now extremely vulnerable. And then he takes down Dodgy's castle. He's got a lot of units up here that are not doing anything, but I suppose he's focusing on other things. It's always easy to be a critique when you're looking back at your footage. Sending in halbs was not a good idea. The Teutonic Knights were holding up pretty well, but I suppose that was... I didn't have any castles left, so I couldn't build any more of those. And Dodgy actually does a pretty good strike on them. But it's at this point that Yellow's broken through the wall, and probably what should have happened, maybe it's Captain Hindsight here, sort of speaking. I should have left this to Dodgy, because I could see that Dodgy was doing perfectly fine with it, and I should have sent my halbs down here far, far sooner. I think the problem was neither of us were paying attention to what Yellow were doing, because we were concentrating so much on what Blue was doing. That's why I mentioned earlier that they were kind of like a dark horse, sort of stalking in the background. And once they broke through here, of course, this is most of Dodgy's military buildings are in this section here. He's not got a lot here. He's got a lot up here with me, but most of it was in this section here. So when all that was knocked out, then that kind of crippled. That did kind of cripple him, and yeah, that was kind of very sloppy, I think, from both of us there. To sort of we were just concentrating so much on Blue that it kind of fucked us up royally. Because you look at that, like the Teutonic Knights do pretty well against the camels. Like, problem was at this stage they didn't have the confidence where to build up another castle, because they didn't know how long it would actually survive. We sort of get Yellow caught in a little bit of a bottleneck here. Like I say, there's nothing I can do about it. Don't know why I was sending them that way around when I should really have sent them. I suppose he'd locked the gate to stop his villagers from going through, and as soon as he drops the castles down, then that's it. Don't even think he actually had any castles prior to then. He just went all in with cav archers and You see, if I was him, I'd be moving that market to where he's built these stables to get a better gold exchange rate, but it's kind of the... He doesn't really need that at this stage. He's kind of winning at the game at the moment. I suppose it was worthy of the attempt, Dodgy. It was worthy of the attempt. Try and convert a few. Even if they wouldn't have lasted very long. Yeah, I should really have sent those dudes down, because they did fuck all by sending them up. It's no use to anybody sending them in there. Maybe we could have I think the problem we would have faced is we would have probably been able to defeat this force with the halbs we had, but we wouldn't have been able to take down the castle because it's that castle is in just too good a spot, really. And he's kind of quite quickly recovered from sort of losing all of that in one go. And it kind of allows Blue to sort of start putting the pressure back on us. I mean, look at my score in comparison to everyone else's. Oh lord. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else really we can pick out from that one. I don't think there's any much point in looking at any more of the recordings. We've kind of got what we were looking at, so I'm gonna do a quick startup. We'll just have it completely random, so I'm not having to go through all that things, and we'll change around this because I did set it up as reset, and then just do any land map. There we go. Okay. Let's have a look around. Of course, we don't have the benefit of no fog of war. Fuck is this map type? Oh, there's never just one goat on his own. So we'll focus on food production early on. There's the other one. So let's see if we can take all of those notes on board, take a lot of what we've been looking at with those other matches, and let's see if we can do some rapid aging ups. We're on Serengeti, a map type I have not actually played yet, so this could be fun. Oh yeah, gather points. Don't kill the other. Oh, well. Take him a bit further out. I have, in all honesty, not played a massive amount of the Tatars, but it could be a good thing or a bad thing, because I won't have any habits to fall into. I'll just get 50% extra food. That might make things a little bit distorted from that perspective. We'll re-engage the auto scout, because I don't think if he were to find any more around him, he would have found them by now. What an interesting name. Ongenis? Assuming it's own genus. Oh, I've not paid attention to one thing. Suppose it's two things actually we've not paid attention to there. Pop cap and villager numbers. We've got ostriches over here. We've got a lot of huntables nearby. Oh, some more goats. No more food. I did well with that herding, and then we can take advantage of that goat. Bearing in mind what direction the AI could approach us from, far more likely to get at us from that way. So if I have resources backwards, see what we can do about that. And this is not helping at all. Probably should have been building me houses this way to sort of act as blockers again. Was another thing we were paying attention to. You get a lot from them. It doesn't seem like there's any more elephants around, so they might have to retransition. But I might build the other house. No, there we go. That's that one taken down. So aiming for around 23. 22 villagers, a full pop of about. That's the only problem with putting them on auto scout is they do kind of go a bit insane with it, but I'd much rather do that because then it. We'll do a few extra woodcutters, but I think 14's. And then do it now. I was worried he was going to go for the end attack then. Okay, we've now got the upgrade in progress. Or do we wait actually? Do the barracks first. Bunch of you actually transition into woodcutting. So yeah. So that we can get the wood economy going. One thing we're also paying attention to is they went with wheelbarrow very quickly. could be a good step going forwards. You don't quite need as much food during the intermediary phase. They've upgraded a little bit faster, but we're a tiny sliver away from completing that. Building up a lot of that, and do boom, boom, boom. I do have 2 of them that aren't doing anything. Then we go with that. Actually, no, forget you on. I'm just gonna waste it slightly. As they get the archery range up. Now that we've got that upgrade, we do have a little bit more huntables nearby. So we might build another mill there just to take advantage of that. And then we'll start getting the I suppose in fairness, actually having 10 villagers still on food even at this time's pretty fucking good. Ooh, the enemy's base there. Might be a good idea just to send him round just to see what they're constructing. Town centre. The barracks has got no... Ah, he's going for archers. Should be a good idea to get a squad of skirms up. So if we do an emphasis on the wood production... Why he's going all the way around. Oh, I suppose because I selected the one at the back. This isn't quite going as I would like. Got enough resources to do the age up, we just don't have the other building. So let's start setting it up. In fact, if all of you do it. Squad. 3 of you go back up. Two, 3, and I have just enough gold to be able to afford that as well. And that. Another squad of skirms. Oh, getting fucking stuck in there. Fucking helpful. It might be possible to secure that pond and... Actually, might move that, actually. Position it that side. So if we do get Archer rushed, we do have a suitable backup option. And that was a pretty quick castle transition, if I do say so myself. Go with that first. Plonk. And then plonk. You go onto that, and then you lot go back to... No, oh, shift. That's the right button, not... No, shift. I keep clicking control, that's why it keeps... That's why it keeps cucking me like that. Much plonks indeed. Woodcut jumping. And... Okay, what are we good at? That doesn't really help us. New 2 sound centers, spawn 2 sheep. Units deal extra damage when fighting from elevated terrain. There's a little bit there, but there's not really a lot of that around. Fucking hell, that sound. They spawned in with a noise. Thumbring and Parthian tactics are for free. Light cavalry and such receive them. Trebs get extra range, and we get the flaming camel. So we should really go for cavalry archers and light cavalry. Ooh. A wild crossbow has just spawned. Do 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 do. Fortunately, the upgrade is taking a little bit longer to go for. Oh well, I thought I was prepared, and then I was given a very swift reminder that I wasn't. The lucky thing is I think I can drag them through. Should really have gone with a watchtower as well, but that would have minimized my stone intake. Yeah, skirm's still the better idea for now. Or take advantage of that extra piece of armor. Them in range. That's one. Lure them in range. Doing minimal damage to the economy if possible. There we go. of them back in. You lot can go back to work. There we go. A little bit sloppy on my part, but yeah, just sometimes is like that. Pop cap. If I ever get to the stage in which I can have alerts, there'll definitely be a pop cap alert. Steppy Lancers would actually be somewhat good. Go for those two. Gold is pretty much dead, so we'll have to start recompensating for that. Oh no, he's building a university actually right now. We'll go for another 2 stables so that we can build up troops. Um, 2 hit points, Jesus. He was close to the on death's door. Should be enough for that. Oh, and go protect that, because it would be quite embarrassing if gets all the relics. Well, that was a good call. We'll build quite a forward castle and then start to progress. I think you were woodcutters anyway, so we'll put you back on woodcutting. Trying to think of what would be a good, better idea, going for the light cavalry or going for the steppy lancers. Let's have a quick comparison. Weak to camels and archers. Oh, so that wouldn't be a good idea actually. Increased attack range and strong in groups. Resistant to conversion, strong versus monks. Presumably also archers as well. So maybe not go with those two. Although they all get the piece armor upgrades and or maybe just go all in with these dudes, because they generate gold with, yeah, when fighting other units, so. Well, at least we will have one relic. Oh, shit, I've not initiated the upgrade yet. Oops. Let's do the armor. Let's take you off there. Get me another one. And, oh yeah, we're up against the Huns. So this might not actually be, they go for cavalry archers as well. Admittedly, cavalry archers are not really anything I use a lot. Do get access to hand cannons. Yeah. I might end up going for Halbs anyway. Although we do lack infantry armor of any sort. Suppose the Keshik. Oh, I'm going the wrong way for that. There he is. 130 hit points, 9 attack, 1 base armor, 2 piece armor, obviously no range, and then when upgraded they have 160 hit points, they get 30 extra hit points, 2 extra attack. They don't get any more base armor, but they do get an extra piece armor, which would be helpful against the cavalry archers. And so they're most likely to go with knights and paladins. Paladins do have more hit points and attack, and more armor. But that's always assuming they go with those and not like So we might have to go with. We might have to switch our focus to infantry if they get all up in our business. You help with that and then come back. Oh, too short for murder holes. We'll go with ballistics. That one. You do that one. Go back to that. A few more gold miners. Suppose that does also improve them all, but I might save up for that one. Just below being able to make that. I can slot another farmer in there. Now I can have murder holes. And I can go with chemistry. Slightly delays that. What's the other one? Flaming camels are supposed to be good against cavalry. It's very sacrificial, but they are supposed to be good at that. The tree line's getting a little bit sporadic. Oh, I'd forgotten you boys had not brought things back. And those two. How are they? I suppose they've got to be balanced in some way. I'm gonna like cavalry to use as a reconnaissance unit since they killed all of my others. Oh, I hadn't actually realised they'd upgraded into Imperial. Whoops. We might just have to sacrifice that town centre. Get infantry boys up. So we've got the wood to do so. You go help them out. But the only problem is I don't have the gold, and because I did not have the foresight, I did not build a market. This is a little bit unfortunate. Are you back? Are you up for a game? I think I've conveniently got to a roadblock. Alright, then I'll that was against AI. I was working on my aging up and completely ignored the fact that they'd actually I don't mind if you join us. Yeah. Ended up not being a good scores. Oh well. This was the improvement. Much quicker castle age upgrade. Yeah, you're more than welcome to join us. Are we going in the OP Strats Discord, I'm assuming? Classes are getting caught into things. No, but you can send us an invite. Just vibing to the music right now. Still haven't done the challenge, but I think I'll do that possibly off stream or do an actual extra thing. I'm assuming you're hosting, Mist. I know you won't be able to join us in the chat, but you can possibly, mic and headset doesn't work. Do you have, I'm assuming you've got headphones that do work, so we might just have to, talk at you and sort of you can send us, like, text. Mm-hmm. Which one is this one? Oh, Cosmos. This is kind of part of the, listen to the scream. Just the mic. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, we kind of are opposite ends. Convert 40 units in any matches. Well, the event ends in 2 days. Oh, Jesus, I've got to get that done quite quickly. Oh, we've got another UK based. So which one of us do you want me to host? Or currently just having a behind the scenes conversation here, so we'll get back into the action in just a moment. We'll just mention on the side note about we were playing as who were we playing as? Should be easier, just go into the tech tree. Oop, wrong one. We're playing as the Tatars. Should be right down here at the bottom. I think we just needed to have had infantry up a lot sooner. I didn't quite realise how much of a cavalry focused civ we were. I mean, it says cavalry archer civ at the top anyway, so I didn't quite realise how much of that we were. And yeah, I didn't pay attention to the fact that they'd upgraded into Imperial, and I hadn't noticed. It kind of let us down from that perspective. Seems somewhat interesting to play as. The Steppe Lancers are a little bit sort of situational in how you would use them. Fairly decent in other regards. You do get access to bombards. Maybe that would have been a good thing. Strong versus mounted units. Well, we didn't pay for that upgrade, so that was something we didn't really have on. So if we get for the match to come through. I just always have to readjust my mic stand. It's never in a good position. It's always interesting carrying on a conversation that's happening in the Discord rather than in the Twitch chat, so it always feels like I'm talking to myself. Your name's the same as in Twitch. Okay. I'm just waiting for the game to get set up. I might actually just that's fine. I might just pop toilet a second. I'll put things onto the be right back screen and then we'll be back at it. Just bear with me a second. I've got the wrong thing open here. There we go. So it won't be long. We're just setting up for an online lobby. Just waiting for everybody to get ready. Have you got the challenge yet? The Woolaloo challenge? See what civs will be good for that. If basically anything that's monk. Actually no, it's usually easier in the screen because you can compare them all much. Spanish. Ooh. First blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold. Would be a good shout. Spanish are a civilization I've not played a lot of, and the little I have played of them has not really been great. I suppose any other... that would not really. Because you get access to good stuff with them, but not really anything else. I suppose Bohemians might be decent for that. Also help in the theme ones. Yeah, because you get the extra hit points per technology, so they can end up being quite strong. I think that just makes monks easier to go with because you're not spending though on gold. Are there any other monk civs? Burmese? Not really. That's just the technologies are cheaper, so I don't suppose they would be. Definitely not Goths. I don't think there's that many other. Defensive enable, cavalry and monk. That's not real. I suppose they work faster, but that's not really helpful in this respect. I don't think there are any others now. Oh, that just resists conversion. Because of the gold discount. All units costing 20% less gold. Yeah, that would actually be somewhat helpful. I'm gonna have to pick between Spanish and Aztecs. Trade units generate more. Might go with Spanish actually. But we'll see when we get into a match. I don't know if I'll necessarily focus on that right as this moment, but yeah. Are you popping in the Discord chat? Yeah. Alrighty then, we seem to be all getting ready. Bulgarians, where are they? I suppose, yeah, they are more of a cavalry civ. 'Cause I suppose the conversion thing, yeah, I think that usually works out quite well for him. I wonder how much that actually takes into consideration what you've previously played as. I'll have to debate, because I'm not massively that great with either of these civs, but I do prefer Aztecs to Gujaras, Magyars and Tatars don't either. Suppose the Magyars are not really that much of an issue. A lot of your units are quite cheap anyway, especially with the light cavalry line being progressively cheaper and Magyar hussars only costing food.
G'day.
G'day, g'day, g'day. You've still got the 2 TC thing you need to do.
Yep, I'm just getting that now. Shouldn't be too much longer. Ah.
I think when I was doing it yesterday, I had up against the Britons and then the Chinese. So that was perfect civilizations to try and go for a Mangonel strategy. It'd be quite satisfying about one-shotting a squad of longbows.
Okay. Where's that TC? There it is. Oh shit. Oh, good. Down to... No, don't attack with... I don't know how it's like calculated as such. Is it just like the final shot? But I didn't want anything else. It's half health. Another mangonel coming in. And then Dodgy tells me you have to win, which is fine. I'll win momentarily.
I don't think it necessarily specifies, but presumably you'd have to like finish the match. You can't just quit out of it. It would kind of
So
defeat
good, I'll win.
kind of defeat the object if you just destroy two town centers and then quit.
I'll win in just a second anyway. I guess I should make more stuff just to beat it up. Those need houses.
Who are you playing as?
Hello.
What's that? Hey, Dodgy.
Hey.
Who are you playing as?
Celts. Celty boys.
I think when I did it, I did the Koreans.
That was my suggestion too.
Yeah, I was just running the same setup. Who's attacking me? Ah, it was me.
Your worst enemy.
I really am. There we go. Done. Sweet. Okay. So we've got a new friend, Mr. Chopsticks or something.
Can't have enough of those. Chopsticks were friends.
So what do
Not
you
even
guys
a pity laugh. Thanks, guys. Assholes. I just woke up. I thought that was clever.
What, we woke you up to play?
Kinda.
Good.
Yeah.
So your priorities are in order.
Yeah, good. You should make another meme about it, and then I'll send it to my wife. Remember the first one you made?
Yeah.
Yeah, she still laughs at that.
Cool.
Yeah, I've got them playing in the Discord, so that's why you can hear them as well.
So do you want to...
Talking to the voices again.
So we've got 2 in the UK, 1 in the US, and 1 in Australia.
Yeah,
I'm
the US
happy
is the butt crack.
I'm happy if we just have it hosted in the UK.
Alright, same.
I'll set up
So,
host game.
Northerner, you can make a... What sort of... Did you want to do... Yeah, what do you want to do?
Do we want to do
Anyone?
4v4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go against AI
Or-
as like a warm up, and then we'll see if we can go into
Yeah, apparently I need a warm up given my jokes are so shit in the morning.
What do you mean in the morning?
It's 3.
I was implying your joke's never good.
Fuck you. Yeah, I walked right into that one, but way to capitalize. I'm proud of you.
do a lobby 4 players. Create.
I couldn't help myself. I had to play and cook at the same time. It's just my thing.
That's impressive.
But
I mean, the cooking aspect, I can't.
the annoying part is it's like a if I like ran, it would be 45-second round trip.
Jeez, I wish I had a huge house too.
Oh, it's just upstairs. It's not.
Oh, I
Huge.
wish I had a second floor. I wish I owned a house. Wait.
So as I posted
Here's
the
Miss complaining about his mansion. I have to run all the way to my second kitchen. The chef is in the first kitchen that's closer. the butlers keep getting in the way.
Oh man, don't
As
get
I'm
me started on the
sprinting down the
butlers.
hallway.
I was Byzantines. Okay, so I'm going again. I think I was Byzantines when we had our terrific loss.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we end on a win?
You guys might have.
Oh, right.
Remember I
Righto.
dragged you down?
Remember
Dragged
what?
you down to my level?
I'm still slow. Sorry, boys.
Is your game open, Dodgy?
Just got your invitation.
Okay, cool.
Ah, there we go.
Everyone needs to be team 1 that is not team 1, or else I will attack you.
Bring it on.
I was really.
And again, the way you're on top of things right now, I don't want that.
I did lose a villain to the ball wall in my silly game. And
Oh, you were trying to get a challenge or something?
yeah.
Yeah.
I still hadn't got the second TC.
So
Yeah.
is everyone working on challenges now? Like, should I
Nah,
be
I'm not.
Okay.
I've got 24 hours cooldown.
Okay.
But if someone else is working on challenge, shout out and we will.
Working on the convert.
Okay, I'll be Lithuanians then. Their monasteries work 20% faster. Or do you want me to be Portuguese? The research is faster because you got a lot of text that you have to get through.
That's probably better, eh?
I think so.
Yeah. Because you can just build more bloody monasteries. Like,
Yep.
the
But you need a ton of text in order for monks to be viable.
yeah, but you need I need 2 monasteries to pump monks like crazy. For that, like enough for that. Cool. So we've got a new friend, but his microphone is not working or something. He can hear us, so if we need him to do something, we just shout at him.
Mm-hmm.
I assume him.
That's it. We've not asked that question yet. Well, water bottle is blocking my thing.
Ooh, that's a faux pas.
Ugh.
No, it's just him forever now.
Oh, okay. Well,
If you own it,
you're
it's
her. Sorry about your gender. You're gonna have to change for our sake.
exactly.
Yeah,
If you own the mistake, then there's no mistake.
Mistake.
If you stare into it.
Like I stare into the void.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I'm not one.
Does this
Sorry,
like,
boys.
game
I'm the
have
only one who
something-
doesn't have to.
Does this game have something against me? Like, personally? I'd understand it. Like, don't get me wrong, it would make perfect sense.
It would just be weird how personal it is.
Yeah.
Do you need my scout?
Nah.
Oh, I'm sending it to chopsticks.
Yeah, it's good.
And let me know if I get your sheepies. Oh, I already got your sheepies. Ho ho! Look at your pond. Your pond. Ping where you want it. Oh, next to the fight. Got it. I swear I'm not this slow.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna guard your Weakville.
I see. Now talking to.
I'm talking chopsticks. Oh, that is right next to their TC. That's hilarious. I mean, I'd be pissed too.
Oh shit. Are you bloody pocket dodgy?
Yeah. It wasn't intentional, but yeah.
That's and my eternal struggle with fear can begin. Pretty guilty. It's all good. No, don't you fuckers kill that, you dumb fuckers.
Wow, you are going all out in this aggression. I love it. That's true. That's true.
You can be assured that we appreciate it.
Don't forget that bottom area, though. Yeah. I mean, I can get it because you're going pretty aggressive. Yeah, I'll get Lumen. I'll go get it. He spends enough resources. And if they're AI, then they probably won't wall anyway. Unless you want those boar. There's a lot there.
Where'd my fucking sheep go? Back here, sheepy. I killed one of their scouts with a TC, but in the process he ran away with my sheep.
They're not big fans of that wall.
They really aren't.
Did the pathing get worse? Just out of curiosity.
I swear it has a. I'm watching my dudes walk around my lumber camp
Yeah.
to get to my lumber camp.
Yep.
There's a scout running around with 1 HP. Oh shit. Got Mongols attacking me. Hey Mongols. Probably should have built that archery range with more than one. Phil. That's not the way I roll. Come on, hit him. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Hit him!
There we go.
Was anyone watching that?
Well, I was.
That was pretty cool.
See, no, not there.
We'll just encourage them. Wait till we get your armor.
Top 6, your early game on Black Forest is inspiring. You see how far he's been there?
He's going all in with that. He's castle dropping.
It's so funny. Let me know if you need any resources. Otherwise, I'll happily just sit here and boom.
We should have considered a harder difficulty.
I don't even know where to drop a castle anymore. I'll just come down there and party, I guess.
Well, so much for improving my age up speed.
Well, you did have to wall a lot. I bet on that one. Could have helped.
There we go.
Oh, now my castle's pointless.
Never pointless, dodgy.
What? I actually didn't hear what you said.
I said your castle's never pointless.
Yeah. It's pretty pointless. It's a show-off move, really. So that I can get the castle tech, so my galleys are better.
Very
Yeah, I just really wanted that pond. Got him. Got the pond. Sweet. So Northerner, do you have gold? Do you need gold? Because you're going full monk, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again. Training some.
Another pond. Excellent.
How many ponds have you got?
2 now. Well, they're not really mine. I've commandeered them. Took them without asking. Such is the dodgy way.
Such is the dodgy way.
Anyone else want to build a dock on my pond so we can do trade cogs?
Oh yes. Where's your pond?
Okay. I've got 2 of them. I'll destroy one on here, and then we can go there. Otherwise, we could do a back and forth thing on this one.
Yeah, let's go for this one.
Yep. Okay. I'll move my pawns so we have better trade. Again, right there. Well, I think Chopsticks is a great addition to the team.
Indeed.
I certainly haven't said anything dumb yet, so that's perfect. Blew me out of the water there.
Do you know who never clicked up to imp? This guy. Do you think I should get the my silver tick, which is fire ships +1 range in Dramon and bombard tower blast radius increase, just
I don't know how you can live without it.
in case we need something on that pond.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's a good call. I like how invested you are in our investment. And even as Portuguese, chemistry takes forever.
Oops, I should have probably been doing something a bit more productive than playing.
Inquisition. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently converting the leftover villagers from
Who let them in?
teal.
Oh, that's a bit shit. Why did my gate open?
Did you leave it unlocked?
I'd always leave
Yeah.
it unlocked, but
It's a lot more friendly if you do.
I don't understand why the gate opened. It's not destroyed. It's still there. Alright, that was weird.
Do you need some help up there?
I don't think so. It was just super weird.
Convert buildings. I might just build another couple of monasteries just to...
Oh shoot, I'm stealing your gold pile. My bad. Stupid villagers. You want me to put them to death? I will.
Just
Northerner.
move them away. Conveniently move them away.
Siberia it is. I got a better idea. Right into your town square. Ready? Are you watching? This is for you, buddy. Put to death.
That was brutal.
As you requested.
Well, that was super weird. I locked it in the end, to stop that happening again, but it just opened. It happened more than once too, which is why I locked it. It's like they were just allowed to walk through my gate.
You have phasing technology?
I don't, they do.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. That was so weird. What was I doing before that weirdness? Okay. Oh, that was a lot of. Oh, and of course I unlocked it because I don't like having my gate locked because then I get confused when my other units don't go through it and my vills underneath it repairing it, so it left it wide open again. That time I understand it.
Weird. Curious, huh?
No, that time I get it. It was the other time was like, what? It was pretty fucking funny.
I'm working on my achievement.
Sweet.
I'm hoping buildings count as things you can convert.
Yeah, I bet so.
I mean, I've been converting a lot of teals leftover villagers.
Nice.
And converting a few houses so that I... Well, that's 2 down and we've not had to do a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Man, I like watching those latest go. They're so powerful.
Thank you.
Won't mention it.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Hooray! How many conversions do you get?
Let's see. I didn't get the achievement. 26.
Nice.
A
Close.
good way there, though.
Oh, look at my kill death ratio.
Could be better. But if you
And that's I didn't lose those 2 to the enemy. I lost them to wolves.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Good first game. I don't think you need to do it all in one match. I think it's all just convert
Yeah, you
40
don't have
minutes
to.
in any matches. I'll probably set up another game.
So what were you wanting to do this time? Did you want to...
Well, that's the point. Try slightly. We try the harder difficulty.
What do you want to do? A quick match? What do you reckon, Dodgy? Should we give a quick match a crack?
Is that 4 of us again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, how do I set that up?
The effect for the conversions is pretty cool. It's one that I'll leave on. Well, you can tell exactly where and when a unit gets converted, so you can use it again. Before, you just kind of had to like look in the battlefield to see the color change, but this is like a nice indicator.
That's cool.
Do you want me to leave and then set up a new lobby?
So yeah, go cancel. Hold on. Did I? No, because I think you paused your stream at some point. What am I? Yeah, so go.
Multiplayer, and then quick play,
you go
and then you have
back
to
out.
invite us.
So go multiplayer,
one
quick
more.
play. Ah,
Yeah.
And as you add people, you just do the 4v4.
whereabouts is that?
Right in the middle. It's match size.
Yes, change the opponents to human.
Human. 4v4. Okay, there we go.
And as you add people to the
So I get
party,
invited
you'll
to
be
the party.
able to change the map pool.
So, missed, dodgy, and
Mr. Sticks? No, Mrs. Sticks. Colonel.
Colonel.
Colonel's, yeah, Colonel Sticks. It's gender neutral. I read it on Reddit today.
It's those fuckers.
He wants to be
What
referred.
you fucking-
They
You're
want to be
right.
referred to as. Want to be referred to as Lord.
Lord Sticks.
I'm being I'm being string
Australian?
by language.
You're being Australian. Stereotypical. I'm surprised you didn't throw out the C word.
That's what I said. I'm being stream friendly.
Which I don't know why is such a bad word.
I don't know either.
Okay, I'll get rid
So
of
kill Mega
migration
Random, yeah.
and mega random.
Is there Nomad too?
And we've got Arabia, Arena, Enclosed, Kawasan, and Haboob.
What was the last one?
Haboob.
One more time.
Should we? Yeah, just migration and mega random. Ban those two.
Yeah.
Ah, that was the okay.
Oh, I'm looking
Yeah,
at the
that was the
1v1
1v1
ones.
bans. So
Yeah.
yeah, the team bans we want to ban. Migration. So go back to the teams.
Got migration,
Yeah, get rid of
nomad,
migration, nomad.
and
mega
mega
random.
random, and then that's leaves Black Forest, Arabia,
then
Yucatan,
do you want a
Arena, Four
favourite?
Lakes, and Haboob.
Maybe Black Forest. Sound everyone's happy?
Well, in general, or with the situation? With the situation, it's great.
Yeah, the other
All the
options
settings sound
are
great.
Arabia,
Cool.
Yucatan, Arena, Haboob,
kick
and
it in.
Four Lakes. I will just quickly pop toilet before we start.
I'll be back in a second. Hey, Dodgy. You there?
Hey, yeah.
This one's for you. Haboob.
Is that the map?
I know. I was just saying it because.
Oh, thanks, dude. I was gonna say, what does Haboob look like? Because I was genuinely curious. I guess there's a Haboob in Arizona. That's kind of cool.
Did you hear about the guy that he got booted off the Xbox game thingy by the Xbox people for putting his address as Fort Gay, and it's a real place.
Oh, that's rough.
It's just his address. He probably even had to get it right for like the payments or something.
Oh, I bet that's rough for him more often.
Uh-huh.
That's gotta be a mess.
Yeah. You'd think, like, it's all cool, have your automatic blah blah blah. But if it's a
Yeah,
location and it all have a postcode, you know,
yeah, it should all be done automatically.
you can
Like,
check
oh yeah, that's a
the real
legit
place.
address.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah,
I bet someone
62953, that's real. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet someone reported him, and then I don't know, because that would have to go under person review, right?
I don't know, eh? Like,
Or if you get enough reports, they just. Huh.
just don't know.
Isn't there a lot of weird addresses and city names in the UK?
Yes, there are, aren't there?
That's pretty sweet.
I mean, they're not weird to us, but like,
I'll look it up. Funny names or is it city, town, village? You have tons of names for things. City names for towns.
UK towns. Because I think cities, or most of the cities, have quite normalish names.
Well, you have weird definitions for cities too. It's like a registry, isn't it?
In the UK, isn't it based on if it's got a cathedral or
It's based
population?
on certain buildings, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to apply.
Mm-hmm.
Rudest names. Come on, go.
Arena. Arena.
Just a second. I'm busy. What's a good arena, Civ?
Mongols.
Portuguese.
Oh, are we playing real game? That's stupid.
I like my Vitorias.
Yeah, chopsticks.
I might switch to.
It's not loading. I want to know the rudest names. Shitterton. Cox. Bitchfield. Lower Swell. Netherthong. I like Netherthong. I was hurting my ping, but I think it's worth it.
I haven't checked my ping. I should have. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm gonna agree to the cookies because it's worth it. Nether Wallop? I don't know what that is.
Everybody on the enemy team has gone with Khmer except for one that's gone with Mayans.
Ah, fuck. What does that mean?
Oh
Oh man, those
elephants.
stupid elephants! Damn it! So who is all in that Arabia game? You guys
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was freaking.
I mean, we were watching it
great.
actually earlier at the start of the stream.
Yes, the
that was
chopsticks
so
knows
rough.
about it too.
Oh, good. So if I suddenly freeze up, it's because I'm having flashbacks. It's PTSD. They said the counter was siege.
Might
Right.
do well against them too.
And cavalry.
Oh yeah. Cavalry? Really?
I
I
mean,
feel like they're one-shotting cavalry.
Yeah. Once the mass like that is
I mean, yeah, when the mass like that, it don't make no difference.
range
But
is
like,
the only thing that's gonna help you.
I've got a mass like that.
Should get that seen to.
Yeah, probably. I live in the United States. It's not gonna happen.
Story checks out.
It's gonna grow continuously, and I'll join a circus.
Make it work for you.
Yep. Hopefully, the circus has privatized healthcare for all of the carnies.
one of our opponent's name is Leather Daddy.
Oh, you
That's what?
suppose he owns a leather farm or something? Like, is he a tanner?
I'd say so. That makes sense.
That makes sense, right? That's a nice profession. Seems like a legit dude. Nothing to further investigate there. All right, where should we send our scouts so you can get the relics? So someone can get the relics. Someone who's going monks.
Um,
Ooh.
well,
So I suppose
position.
chopsticks. I will guard this one.
I'm currently at this one.
Take middle.
Lord Sticks, are you going monks? You don't have to. Just wondering.
Ooh, frame rate went then.
Okay. I just want to secure the relics, so I can go monks too. Doesn't matter. I'm just about castle.
I'm a long way off of that.
I'm building a monastery now. I'll grab this one first.
Everyone else enjoying the
The choppy frame
the
rate.
static picture?
Uh,
Yeah, I was wondering.
it's not been full static. It's been it's very choppy.
Alright, grabbing this one next. And you've already castle dropped. Nice. You need resources? Chops. Chops! That's a good one.
This one's still here, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'll go that one instead. It is further away. You're good? You are good. Nailed it.
Well, I'll go back and defend the middle after you've got that one.
Alright.
I think you're probably good. I'm gonna waypoint there to there. Will help defend you if needed. Okay. I'll take out this wolf that's right by this one too.
Well, it went away. The relic.
What one?
The one in the
Well, I was
bottom
going
corner
to.
must have got it.
Alright. You've got most of them though.
Going down to purple next. Northerner, do you want to start scouting blue? So I almost have enough for a castle. Otherwise, you can guard my relic.
I'm having a look
Can we
around.
check this one?
Blue is blue's castle
I'll
dropping
go
me.
check it.
Blue's
Okay.
castle dropping.
All right.
What color are you? You're red. Okay.
I'll do a defensive castle. How many does he have? Okay, he's got 5.
Interesting place for a university.
There's also building a mining camp there.
He's got ballista elephants there.
All right. What? Oh, so they're moving.
Oh, blue's through, got a hole in me wall.
It's cool.
Could someone kindly tribute
Need
me
something?
some stone so that I can drop a
Yeah, I
castle?
gotcha.
Because then if
I
I can
gotcha.
get my
Okay.
Huskals up. Okay, I'm popping it there. I'll get everybody focusing on it. He's sending in the ballista elephants. "96, 98, 99, complete." I'll do anarchy. And then
Oh, what?
Heck
Really?
yeah, boys. That's how I like to win.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Beans right here.
What are they?
Light cavalry. They're kind of just hovering there. I think they're waiting for us to chop enough wood down to let them through.
Do you want to lock that gate?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say nobody else can lock it for me. I don't know why I was had a blank moment then. Green's also castle dropping on me as well.
Who else's game is going? Booka 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 booka.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Oh wow.
Are they all gone, are they? They're gonna just...
Well, everyone's just giving up all at once.
Because the relics, boys. Not because Chopsticks carried us.
And dude.
Where was Grey?
Grey was immediately
We don't know.
destroyed.
They're in ruins. Yeah, it was
And then
like
he
400 years ago.
Resettled in Teal's base, and then Teal's just given up. Green's given up.
We'll have to ask the archaeologists where Gray is.
Well, you can... Their new TC's in the bottom corner. At the very bottom of the open land.
A remnant of their civilization. We only know because their language is somewhat similar. Absolutely crushed. Cool. That was a fun one. I wonder
Indeed,
why
well-
they all went Khmer.
Yeah, why not?
I suppose.
I'm done for the evening, but Chopsticks. We'll keep an eye on Discord and you know, anytime you want to play.
Yeah, it's probably as much time as I've got for today. Got some things to work on. I'm trying to do a new stream intro and outro because it's still my Age of Empires 1 stuff, so I'm trying to chop down some Age of
Cool.
Empires 2 footage to make it a bit more relevant.
Ah,
I've not played one for quite a few months now.
do you have enough footage to go through?
Mm-hmm. It's just very new to Premiere, so I'm like, what the hell is it doing?
Yeah, that sounds complicated.
So give
Good
it a
luck.
little bit of time. I'll eventually have an actual intro that's of the Age of Empires 2,
Cool.
and then I'll find another
Uh,
game to stop playing to go through it all over again. So
I'll catch you guys another time. Chopsticks. Well, yeah.
Yeah, just keep an eye on the Discord,
Sorry.
Chopsticks, and then when we're next playing, we tend to play quite a few days, so yeah. Keep an eye out. See you later, mate.
So yeah.
Well, we did manage to end on a high there. There were some good games. We were mostly carried by Mr. Chopsticks over here, so we'll be checking you out a bit more often. You'll be the one to give us a few tips and tricks going forwards. But yeah, it's good to have you join the Discord and join us for some more fun further down the line. What? Now to do my own little outro. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for anyone that's still here and anyone that has been here. We've had some good games today. And I shall see you next time. Cheers.